Your heart full of hate, I can't relate. I'm in my bag, getting to the cake. I pray to God and keep my faith. I'm next to blow, but I gotta wait. He ain't talking money, don't conversate. Top of
What's going on, my people? This is a part of my show. It's called Delicate Talks, where basically I invite some guests so we talk about some serious topics that's been trending a lot lately. My name is Delicacy. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Kenzie.
Yo, what's up? My name is Onyx. Yo, I'm an artist, rapper.
What happened to your voice?
This is how I talk when I'm on camera.
Okay.
It began real deep out of nowhere.
Hey, this is my look. Everybody got to for them. Yeah, it's a server voice, right? When I'm working, that's how I talk. It's very professional.
Okay.
Very pronunciation.
What? That's not
very pronunciation.
Very pronunciation.
Maybe very punctual.
Yeah.
Very pronunciation. You know what I'm saying?
This is why we can't have nice things.
But what I wanted to talk about today, the topic that's been kind of sort of trending for the past few weeks is abortion. I wanted to bring on a female that you do identify as a female.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna call her a female. I'm just kidding. But I wanted to bring on a female, and there's somebody to talk about it because I didn't want to be the only one person talking about it for 10 minutes. So, what's your look on abortion? Are you for or against? Why and why not?
My biggest thing is I feel like, as a woman, it just feels weird having other people speak their minds on what we should do with our bodies. And obviously I think there's stipulations to it. Obviously if you're trying to get an abortion 7 months, obviously that's ridiculous.
Yes.
There's definitely things that are a hard no, but it's just there's cases where women aren't ready to have kids yet.
Yes.
There's financial stability and health issues. So many people don't realize that women that do get abortions, sometimes it's not always that it's not that they're not ready to have a kid or they're not financially stable. Sometimes it's that their body physically won't allow them to carry a child. And a lot of times people lose sight of that, or they just look at it on the spectrum as oh, it's just you're being a heartless person.
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10 it's not that at all. Everybody has their own reasonings to want children. Some people do want kids, some people want to live their lives and never have kids. So it's just kind of one of those things where I feel like women should have a bigger say with what we do with our bodies, because if I'm not potentially hurting somebody else, I shouldn't have somebody telling me oh, if you get pregnant you have to carry this child, because it's what if I'm not ready and now I've brought a child into a situation that now they have to struggle with things because I didn't make the right choice. I'm not saying that I've ever had an abortion, but I'm just saying everybody knows when they're, I don't think everybody's ever ready to have kids, but it's if you're in a good financial area and you've wanted kids, by all means, do what you want to do.
Okay.
But
you, sir? What do you feel?
Well, I'm gonna be real. I'm a guy, so I feel like it's not my place to really speak on a woman's body. You know what I mean? But I do feel like it should. They should have their. They shouldn't have they stuff taken. They rights taken away. That's their right. That's their body. So I just feel like. I try to stay serious, but y'all laugh right when I came on. But I do feel like a group of elderly men should not be depicting what women get to do with their body. You know what I'm saying? So that's my stand on it.
So here's my thing, right? I feel like, the only exceptions, right? So I'm pro-life.
Okay.
I feel like the only exceptions to that should ever allow somebody to get an abortion is if you were raped, or if, like you said, if medically the woman, it might kill this woman to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Which those two make up for 0.5% of total abortion charges. Yeah. So my thing is this, right? I feel like if you willingly, right, you walked your 2 left legs to the D, right, and then you you willingly had sex. Yeah. I feel like if you willingly had sex, that, you know what I'm saying? I think and you didn't use protection. There's no
You knew the consequences.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sex is to have children. It might feel good, you know what I'm saying, for the
But the
20, 30.
the main purpose of sex is to reproduce.
Exactly. So I feel like if you willingly did it, you can't come and say, oh, I want to get rid of this baby that I've got in me. Especially if it's after because this abortion is only counted. I believe it's after 4 weeks or something like that, when it's like you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and for most women, that's usually when. But
what if they allergic to condoms?
There's rubber. You can't come and say you're allergic to latex or something. Like, my thing is, if you willingly did it, you can't, you're saying, oh, I want to do that. You want to eat your cake and have it too.
So you're saying you know what the consequences are.
Yeah, and you did it.
Ooh, I have a counter.
Yes, ma'am.
So say that you're yes.
Yeah.
A counterattack.
I summon. Okay.
But say we're just gonna make a fake scenario. Say that you have a boyfriend and you've been with them for a set amount of time, and you guys have been together for a while, and say that you guys always take the proper precautions. You guys use condoms, either one of you guys, because I know they have male birth control. But say that you guys are both doing what you need to do. You guys are using contraceptions, and say that down the line she finds out that she's pregnant, and you guys are not in a state to have children. You guys are not financially ready, and just not in the right area to be having kids at that moment. Do you also feel like that's wrong in a sense? Because my biggest thing is that kids, a lot of times, especially when there's financial issues or parents that aren't ready to have them, a lot of times these kids are now in these situations with parents that make them feel unloved, or it's just, it's not a good situation for the kids. And it's that's the biggest thing for me when it comes down to abortion. It's whether it's right or wrong, obviously I'm never going to be oh yeah, root for abortion. It's never like that, but sometimes it's what's better for the kids in said places, and they have adoption and all that, but you never know if they're
my thing is this, right? If you know that you're not ready to have a kid, why are you having sex to start with? Because like I said, the point, unprotected sex.
What if they using a condom, right? They're doing everything they need to do, and an accident happens, but they were prepared, they was really trying to make, because accidents can't happen. You know what I mean? So then what? Is
that's what I'm saying. So what if it's in a situation where you guys have been using birth control and condoms, and you still end up
you said that? My bad.
Okay. I mean, but the thing is this though. Nobody forced you to have sex. That's my thing. That's saying.
Yeah, but then it's
that's saying
you should be deprived of something that's humanly normal just because I don't know, the kid, obviously, kids are always, the end result of having sex.
Of course.
But it's just, I feel like you're also depriving yourself of something that's normal just because, I don't know, that's hard. That's hard.
Because, because my thing is, the way I see it, it's you're punishing. It's not punishing, but, you're taking an innocent life because you, or not you, but the person in this scenario, because I'm not trying to get slapped, because the person in this scenario, couldn't hold themselves. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not fine. Because my thing, maybe it's me, because I should say I'm Catholic. So I'm actually saving myself for marriage and that. You know what I'm saying? So, because I don't want a situation, like you said, where I'm not able to take care of my kid, I'm not financially stable and things like that. So I feel like you shouldn't, if you're not ready for what comes with the the sex. I don't know why I said thing.
I'm trying to do that.
If you're not ready for it, then you shouldn't be having it to start with. And furthermore, if you do get pregnant, you shouldn't say, I'm going to take this life.
So your standpoint is more on the moral side. Morally, it's incorrect to do so.
Yes.
But but reality is ugly. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Because I've heard even
reality,
people say that
morals are right here, but the realistic side about it is right here. And a lot of people do not care about morals.
Yeah.
I don't think. See, my whole thing is I'm all for a woman being able to do what she wants to do with her own body. But when it starts becoming if it starts becoming a pattern, or it's oh, I'm never one to judge, but there was actually, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Orange is the New Black.
Oh, hell yeah.
But there was a character on there that she was known for just going and she would have sex, and she kept getting pregnant, and she was known at the abortion clinic because of how many abortions that she had gotten on the show.
That's wild. That's wild.
It's just like, when it comes to that sense, it's like, okay, like, you can't be using abortions as contraception.
Exactly.
Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Abusing it.
Like, that's
it's not
completely
funny,
different.
but it's funny, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, well, and the way it was like depicted in the show, they made it like comedic, but also at the same time, like, they wanted to be like, like, they wanted to shed light, like, because some women do that. And like, when stuff like that happens, I think it's completely wrong. But then there's also like the sense, like you said, you know, like, if a woman has been raped or taken advantage of, like, you don't think that she should have to go through the like whole process of being pregnant and carrying a child that you know was probably one of the worst moments of her life. And it's just a reminder of that. But I've actually known somebody who got pregnant and their child was a product of rape, and she kept her baby. They're like so crazy because they're so similar in age, because it happened whenever she was younger.
Wow.
But so there's situations like that where people actually do keep their kids.
I got something to say to
so
that.
I was wondering, like, what you thought about that, because you had said, like, you know.
So
you
no,
don't agree,
that's
like,
my thing is, leave it up to, like, in that situation, right? You leave it up, like, to the woman, whatever she decides to do. I'm just saying, you give her that option because, of course, she was raped. You know, it's not something that she physically she could control. So, you know what I'm saying? So in that situation, you leave it up to her. But, like, in the situation where, like, I just feel like people are trying to eat their cake and have it too, and that's not how life works. Like, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't know. You got to say something, bro.
Okay, let's touch on the topic. Eat your cake and have it too. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
So
if you eating your cake, you can't have it too.
It means, like,
I never understood the quote. My mom uses it all the time.
You basically want it all.
So you're saying you can't have
like,
a slice of
life
cake
works.
and then have the whole cake? Is that what you're saying? Or like, if you take a slice of cake, you got to eat the whole cake. Ain't no getting a piece of the cake. Is that what it's saying?
Bro, my mom just be using it. I don't know.
And have it too.
Eat your cake and have it too. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I never thought about that. Like,
I had to question it, you know. But
yeah, it just basically means, like, people want to have it all, but you can't always have it. Like, they want to have it both ways, but you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My stance on it. Excuse me.
My
stance on it.
But you saying you can't have it both ways, but people are having it both ways. Just morally, you can't have it both ways. Because if you can't have it both ways, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Because, I don't know. You know me. Like, I'm very, like, do the right thing.
No,
like,
facts,
do good onto others. So it's like, I feel like it borderline. I don't know. I feel like there's up to a certain point that I agree with it. But, like I said, if you're trying to get rid of your baby at, like, basically when it's formed into a person already, I think that's when it starts getting, like, okay, it's not just, like, cells that are living in your body at this point. It's
a human
whole human baby that is formed. Like, I think that's when it starts being borderline, like, okay, we got to be, like, looking into every detail, like, of what we're actually really doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like people think that when mothers get abortions that they just, like, they do it and they're just, like, completely fine.
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards.
Some people have,
And it's, for most, like, people, especially if it's somebody that has a big heart, it's not just, like, oh, I did this and it's done, it's over with. Like, a lot of moms are, some people have kids down the line and it's like they have that guilt that they did that, like, a long time ago. So it's a lot of things. Like, it's not just like, oh, I got an abortion and it was easy. Like, a lot of times it's very, very hard to make that decision.
For sure. Yeah.
But I just stand by, like, doing what's right by the kid. And, like, a lot of people, like, especially people that are hateful and just aren't gonna give the kid a good life, like, and it's, I don't know, there's so, like, much, because there's a system, like, there's so much.
The thing is, like, there's, like, adoption and things like that. It doesn't have to be, I don't know why my accent just came out. It doesn't have to be, like, like, there's adoption, and then, like, even when, like, with the whole sex thing, there's the after pill, all right? There's the after. I don't know how,
but
you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
I actually looked into it, and Plan B only works if you're not ovulating. So if you take it during ovulation, it's just gonna be like you just took basically like a little, like, I don't know if you know, but at the end of birth control you have your sugar pills just to kind of keep your body, like, knowing that you're taking something. Yeah. So it basically be like just taking a sugar pill. Like all that's in it is sugar.
Man.
Like
That's why I'm
So-
saving myself from marriage. I don't want these.
Look, the way that I
He's
see
like, I
it,
don't want these problems.
I don't want these problems, bro.
I want things to be clear right now. Like, I'm on the woman's side, everybody, like, whatever. But I do understand the world is ugly and is not perfect. So
Yes.
I do not agree with anyone or everyone. But all I can say is to each their own and respect everybody as a person because
Yes.
everybody has their own individual rights.
For sure.
That's all I gotta say.
For sure. All right. Thank y'all so much. Where can they find y'all on Instagram or, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. You can find me on Instagram, official_ONIK. That's official_ONIK.
I'm going to put it down there. And for you?
Can you like put it like right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so my @ sign is
Oh, late? Oh, wait.
I want to do it.
and that is TURNTKENZIE. And you can also find me on my music page, Jada Cole Music, JADACOLEMUSIC.
Yeah, if you want to follow my music, just tap that link. You'll see music. It'll open
Wait,
up
what
Spotify.
link?
All
Oh,
that.
he's got a link tree.
Oh, I was like, it's on Afro. Okay. And you guys, you can find me.
Oh, in my
Hit the link,
profile.
hit
In my
the link.
profile.
You guys can find me
My
on
profile
Instagram,
right here.
TikTok, and Snapchat, all under Mr.Delicacy. You're going to see it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Yeah.
Yes.
Peace.